I think I know him. Oh, I can't remember his man's name. I know one in the middle. It's Bellingham. That's the only player I know. I know him. He's coming in now. That's Declan Beckham coming in, sitting down with the trophies. How I know that? Because there's all the trophies you can see here. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, might be the best game. It's changed a lot. EA's changed a lot. It fucking has. Shouting in the look. It's a gameplay. Oh, this is the way. Oh, this is a good game. EA's busy today. Oh, I know him. I can't remember his name. I know him in the manager. I can't remember his name. This looks better. Better than 24. Better than 10% is. 25 is a better game than 24s. I'm telling you now. Oh, that's changed a lot. Features has changed a lot since last year. That's better. Got it right. '20th of August. Three, 2.
But you need to be a bit more tactical. Another thing they are introducing in Rush is a blue card system. No.
Are you taking a piss, Rev? Why are we having this in the FC now? Blue cards. I'm going to moan that every week. I'm going to moan. Pissed off this. Shout at the TV when I'm playing this now. Everyone's going to not buy it. Now, look. We're having the blue cards in FC now. Are you taking a mic? It's like in rugby now. They're copying like rugby, mum. They're copying like rugby. Football's like rugby now. You do something more in rugby, you get yellow card, send off for a bit, like a timer for 10 minutes. It's like that in football now. The same.
So you might be on the right side for a bit, you then drift into the middle, you might then find yourself on the left side, you might be sitting back, you might be a target man. There is no right winger, left back, there is no defender, midfielder, striker. It's just fluid. And I wasn't so sure about that at first. I thought I'd like to be able to have a formation where you go kind of like 2-2-1, or maybe you go 2-1-2, or just 2-0-3, and just have a bit of a gap in midfield for a transition. I don't know. You could have whatever you want, but actually, I like this system more because you're not thinking about how you're setting up. You're just thrown into the game, and it's a rush. It just is a rush. And as I said, Rush is included in all of the game modes. It is a standalone game mode which you can just play, but it features in career mode, Ultimate Team, clubs. We will get onto that later. So then, my feedback for Rush. Now, I must say, I played an early version. It isn't fully finished, but what I will say, it was very polished. I didn't come across many bugs. Most of the bugs I had were actually in the menu prior to going into the game. When I switched players, so if I brought players from the reserves into the first team, their pictures would shrink. It was hilarious. But the game itself felt very polished. It felt like a normal game of FIFA, a normal game of FC, a normal game of 11 versus 11, but just smaller. Here's my feedback, though. Cutbacks are ridiculously strong, okay? If you can get a pacey winger down the side and you cut it into the box, unless they've got a defender, maybe even two players just sitting there waiting to intercept it, it's very difficult to defend against cutbacks. So that's something to maybe use at the start of the game before they patch it, if they patch it. Corners, and I should mention as well, all of the set pieces are a little bit different. I can't show you gameplay, I can't show you images, but corners, they're quite similar to normal corners, but throw-ins and goal kicks and stuff like that are all very different. You kick the ball instead of throwing it, for example. But corners are extremely strong if you've got a target man. Now, most of my games were playing with City, Real Madrid, and I played a few with Liverpool. There weren't too many teams available to me. Real Madrid were my go-to. But I tried with Man City for a few games with the likes of De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and a certain Haaland. And my God, Haaland was broken in the air. So good. So if you've got a target man with those corners in, because ultimately you're going to be up against potentially just one defender. It'll be a one-on-one almost every time. And Haaland's going to win that header almost every time. So there are definitely some areas they will need to look at and balance, for sure. This is my honest feedback. And they haven't steered me in any direction, by the way. It's completely my thoughts and my feelings. Now, the goals. And I don't mean scoring goals. I mean the actual goals themselves, the nets, the goalposts. It's the same size goal as you have in normal games. And I think they're too big. Now, this might change over time. I might realise that after playing more games, more time with the game mode, that it's not too bad. But it did just feel... Because the pitch is so small, the goals look massive. And of course, you've still got the goalkeepers there. They're still the same size, obviously. They cover the same amount.
Oh, I know him.
It did feel like the goals could do...
Oh, come on.
It's 5%. Just a little bit smaller.
Oh, I know him. I know him. He's a fucking good goalie. He's a good goalie in any.
So that's definitely something to think about.
Chelsea, go for him. Take him from PSG and buy him. If Chelsea buy him, that'd be really good.
Reflex stat was the most important stat by a mile. A goalkeeper with high reflexes compared to a goalkeeper with low reflexes it was so obvious because you're going to be in front of goal a lot more. You're getting a lot of shots up close and less from distance. There's less time for goalkeepers to react. So the reaction stat, I think, is going to be more important than ever before. But my biggest feedback, other than I really enjoyed playing it, it was really good fun. Genuinely, I mean it. So much better than Volta. I cannot tell you how much better it is. But the one thing I learned is that just play 4 centre mids. If you throw in Bellingham, Valverde, oh my God, if you can get any players that are kind of like Bullet Gang, 80 rated in each stat, it's so strong. De Bruyne was incredible. For me, though, it was Bellingham and Valverde when I was playing with Real Madrid. If you've got players that can defend just as well as they can attack, if they're good in the air, good on the ground, just all-rounders, I think if I really think about it, 3 centre mids and a target man, that's the way to go. But in general, Volta, I'm so glad it's gone. I never really got into it. Rush replaces it, and I really like it. And, when we talk about how it's included in the other game modes and how you're going to play it, for sure, because it's involved in other game modes, I think what people will realise is we needed this. We did need something like this in the game. So that's my feedback after maybe 2 or 3 hours playing it. And I'm really excited to know what you guys think when you get your hands on the game. Okay, so moving on to FCIQ. This is a new feature for, it's practically revamping tactics, how you set up your team. Huge in career mode, by the way.
It is.
I'm a massive career mode.
Career mode has changed, it's saying. Alexa, stop.
And I'm going to say this right now. It's incredible. It is genuinely incredible. Let me go through my notes and explain to you why I think it's so incredible. So the best word is revamped. It's completely different. The menus have all changed, but there's just more of it, okay?
Yeah.
You can adjust your team with the ball and without the ball. This, for me, is a game changer.
EA worked hard so much last year.
When I was playing, I was able to set up my team with a left back coming into midfield, my right back pushing all the way up the pitch, my centre forward dropping deep as soon as I got the ball. But then the moment I lost the ball, those players then moved back to the positions that I wanted them to be in when I don't have the ball. And it was like this. It was instant. It was absolutely incredible. So I was playing with Man City quite a lot. Again, I didn't have a lot of teams to use, but Man City I thought would be a good test to put Vardiol as the left back.
See you're sparky?
I know it's hot.
Yeah, on one of them the cheese came out a little bit then.
Don't mind. You can have some break when it's cooled down. I'm telling Peggy. Happens. Oh, it's saying it.
Drift back into that left back position and start.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Kyle Walker was practically the furthest player forward when I had him playing as an attacking right back, attacking fullback, when I had the ball. And as soon as I lost it, he tracked back. And it's not just choosing their position, it's choosing their mentality as well. You can ask them to be really attacking as soon as we've got the ball. And then as soon as we lose the ball, you can have them just sit back as a balanced defending style or really defensive. Or
Fuck me, yeah, he's done a lot of this work.
I went absolutely crazy and tested having 2 of my fullbacks go into midfield, my wingers push up, and I have never seen anything like it. I had 2 centre-backs in my half, and then all of my other players were just in their half. And it was tight and it was compact. It was horrendous. I wouldn't recommend. But this is what FCIQ can do.
FC has changed a lot since last year.
Someone like me who
Peggy is calling down. It's hot. Hot, yes.
A lot, drifting into
Yes,
midfield.
yes.
I know Tottenham were doing it a lot last season with their wing-backs both coming into midfield. You can have your DM literally drop into the centre-back role as soon as we lose the ball. I love it. I absolutely love it. But there are certain positions that work really well. It's called false back. So if you've got a Zinchenko, let's say, you're playing him at left back. If you convert him to false back, when I say convert, when you switch him, okay, when you switch him in the custom tactics using FCIQ, you can just make him a false back and he will go into midfield.
What?
And it's not as effective if you do it with a player that isn't familiar with the role. And that's where the training comes in. There's more training, and you have to make sure that your players fit those styles. You can't just chuck anyone into a false back position and expect them to do it well. It's vital that you actually build these tactics over time, which is just so cool. But get this as well, guys. Let's say you're watching one of my career modes and you love the tactics I've done. Guess what? I can export my tactics, give you guys a code, and you can import it into your game. Let's get a round of applause because that is incredible. It also means I can use your tactics. You can share yours with friends, get your friends' tactics in. If you're watching a pro player, you stream on Switch and you love his tactics, I'm sure, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them will flip behind a paywall, but they'll give their tactics to you.
Yeah, it's changed a lot of game. Changed a lot of FC, changed a lot since last year.
Oh, it's brilliant. The other thing as well, mid-game, using the D-pad. The D-pad is actually very important again. It used to be way more important than it is now. You can now switch formations, you can do substitutions, you can do complete revamps of your tactics.
Fuck me, EA has done a lot in this game. EA has changed a lot. 10.
Little John.
Really like it.
Waiting for my betting to. You won't get someone there. You wouldn't. What get someone there? You wouldn't get someone there. You cook everything in everywhere now.
It wasn't the game we're going to have when it comes out, but pretty much. Okay? There's a few little bits they'll polish. I'm sure there's a few little animations they are for the tweak and put in and whatever, but this is the notes that I've come up with over those hours. Okay? Match intros are back. Oh, it's a brilliant new addition to the game. It's not a new addition, okay? For some reason, they took it out and they explained to me it was because they wanted things to be fast. They wanted you to load in and just play. They got the wrong impression that people just skip cutscenes, too boring, get me into the game. No. So guess what they've done? Not only have they brought them back, you can opt in or opt out, or you can skip. You can choose to just remove the match intros completely and go straight into the game automatically. Or, like me, you love it when you get a good match build-up, especially for the big games. Well, guess what? There are extended cutscenes and intros to those games, which you can opt in.
EA might show that in the next couple days. It might be next week. It might show it next week. Next week it might show it. I'm just doing a longer video. How long have you been doing it for? How long?
Like on this video as well, and let's jump into the video.
He's halfway done.
Guys, we'll talk more about that in a minute with simulation mode. I've seen players fall over and slide with their legs around the goalpost, and they've got an animation for them obviously being in a lot of pain. It's brilliant, and there's a few other animations that I'll leave as a surprise to you guys. Maybe they'll reveal a few of them themselves. There's more cutscenes in general, a lot of things going off the pitch as well, the managers and the subs arguing, getting angry. I've seen Pep Guardiola and Ange, who's now in the game, Postecoglou, arguing on the sidelines.
Ha ha! What?
They've introduced something
EA's changed a lot
so
this year.
of the replays from the perspective of the player. We've seen that with referees, we've seen that before, but it's so cool. Some of the goals I scored and the replays were with the player directly on the it's really cool. Sometimes a little bit overdone though. I noticed it was happening a bit too much, and after a while it doesn't have such a cool effect. So maybe they could adjust that a little bit. Now Haaland, who is in the background here, as you guys know, they put these animations into the game last year. You run like Haaland, whatever. Well, this year they have a new technology which they're calling Mimic, and they now capture the entire body. It isn't just the top part of the player, or just the legs, or just the kick. The whole thing. And they showed the clip of Haaland in this game, and it's like they mocapped him. It's genuinely, absolutely amazing. Play styles were introduced in the last game. They've added more, and specifically goalkeeper ones. So if you play goalkeeper in pro clubs, for example, you're going to have some really good play styles added in. Oh, this one. Tactical fouls are in FC25. You can press a button when you're chasing someone. If you feel like you're not
FC looks really good this year.
Pull their shirt, tug them onto the ground. Obviously, you're going to pick up yellows and reds doing that. But there is now tactical fouling. And obviously, you could do that anyway.
Oh my. Next. Next one EA show next is manager. Manager and player. Manager and player and
I cannot wait to be 2-0 up, 89th minute, and one of their quick players is running through, and I'm just going to rip them down. I'm just going to pull their shirt and throw them to the floor. Hilarious. Dribbling has changed. I noticed when turning 180, it's quicker. It's definitely quicker, and they've added more tight, close animations, which I think was really needed. And also, they've added a few more, I want to call it punishments, for passes that don't really make sense. If you are receiving the ball and you want to pass it behind you, if you attempt to pass the ball from a different direction, you get punished a lot more. You need to have a very skillful player at passing to achieve an accurate pass that way. You need to take a touch and turn, just like in real life. Only the best players in the world can ping a pass behind them and aim looking really accurately. So they definitely made that a lot harder. Of course, there's new skill moves, which I won't list, but there were some really cool ones, including, I'll give you one, a back heel nutmeg. Yep. And last but not least, they've added mascots. You can now celebrate with club mascots.
you what? EA.
Brilliant animations. They're literally in the
Mascots in your own club. You fucking joking me now.
Mascots are in FC25. I mean, why not?
Oh my god, EA is 25. It's better than 24.
Let's talk about simulation. I am really happy with this. They're calling it simulation mode.
Because no why? I've been working so hard all last year. Polishing it all.
And I think it's
I want to see manager next. Mode. Career mode and player mode. I want to see what's happening. Where I do want no one, no glitches, no bugs, no. I'm telling you, yeah, I see a bug, I'm gonna tell you off. No me, I'm telling you, no me, stop buying EA. They keep breaking it. It doesn't take you 5 minutes to do a big update and fix it. That's all you do.
So, for example, you won't believe this, but it's true, and I felt it. Wind now affects the game, and there's a little compass thing. If you're taking free kicks, corners, whatever, it will tell you the wind direction. So if you toggle simulation mode on and you decide to have wind affecting gameplay, you will notice in windy matches, your passing is going to be different, your shooting is going to be less accurate. And as you're playing, it's going to get darker as you go into sunset. You can finish your game in dark. You can have it dry and then it's going to start raining. Dynamic weather has been needed for so long.
Yep.
But there's a downside to that. Okay? And again, you must make sure you guys are aware, this is visual only, okay? When you're playing with this mode on,
Nice pick.
your players will slip and fall over. They'll kick the ball long and literally flop on their back. Now, you don't want that in a competitive
No, it's a Man City.
You can toggle it on and off, but it does not affect the gameplay. That the player isn't going to miss places from the slip. And part of me was sad when they said that, but I understand. Okay, so basically, let's say you're trying to switch the ball from right back to left wing. Carl Walker's about to blast it up to Grealish. The ball will still be exactly as it was, just as accurate as it was going to be, but Walker's going to slip. It's snowing, it's raining. You know, it's just a visual thing only. And then there's the animations that allow you slide it to tap it at close, but then your players go around, your legs go around the post. There's animations like that. It's obviously not it's just a visual thing only. But here's a really interesting thing. With simulation mode, you can have pre-adjusted sliders that they've built into the game. If you want a more slow approach and a realistic approach, they will adjust the sliders for you. Of course, you can do it yourself, but these pre-adjusted ones, they would have built themselves and tested themselves. I think that's really cool. I would like to be able to export and import sliders now. I get so many, every day someone asks me, what are your sliders? And I've listed them in the Discord. If I was able to put them online and say, just like you can do with tactics now, I think that would be really cool. But very excited about simulation mode. Anything that gives me more immersion and just fun moments. Moving on to graphics now, and this is a very quick topic because obviously the game looks great. It's always looked great. It's the best looking football game on the market for sure. You don't need to talk about that, but it's a new feature they put into the game. Okay, so they have enhanced visuals.
It's fine. It's cheese.
Ray tracing built into the game, and this is something you can toggle on and off. You can either have enhanced visuals or you can favor resolution. Testing it, the difference was absolutely noticeable. If you have enhanced visuals, the game looks so much better. Darks are darker. Players have smoother fabric. Their kit moves more realistically. Everything just looks a lot sharper and nicer. And if you play on favored resolution, it still looks great. But obviously, you might. I don't know if I agree though. But you might feel like it's smoother. I don't know though because they're both 60 FPS confirmed, and they felt good. Both of them felt good. I played on enhanced, playing on PS5. Because of course I will. I will always make the game look as good as possible for you guys to watch. And I didn't really feel any difference in between them. It's just new things they've added to the game, and the ray tracing is it's obviously still a relatively new technology. Let's talk about Cranium next. This is a new technology which is literally it's about the cranium. For those of you who don't know, if you haven't studied human anatomy, the cranium is your skull, and they call that because there's a new technology that lets you build faces. The amount of sliders, the amount of presets and hair and beards, and you can adjust the jaw, the chin, everything is so much more detailed. But that's not even the not only are you there to go into pro clubs and really big somewhat, I would say somewhat very they are to build players' faces that aren't officially scanned into the game. Players that have been scanned for a few years now. And that's done with cameras. They're a huge camera system. The player sits there and they generate not money. It is the most accurate cranium.
I'm not bad. That's nothing.
And I'm sure they can have artists use it as well. If there's a player that just looks nothing like their real face in game, cranium just makes it but just using the in-game capability. The amount of generic faces I had huge thing for me. I don't want to replace the generic with premium. It's definitely going to make it a lot better. I love this. Now for the most exciting stuff, guys. It's career mode. Now we're very long into this video already, so I'm going to go through the new features, but I'm going to do a deep dive, really going into the details of all the new features. And it's the biggest year for career mode in so long, and there's some exciting stuff. So let's jump into the basics here. And like I said, come back to the deep dive. But we, for the first time ever, are getting live start points. Let's say we're 8 weeks into the new season, 3 months into the new season, or the January transfer window's just shut. You are going to be able to start a career mode from those points, and it will match the table in real life.
All right. Thank you. That's better. You want this pick? Can I have this pick? I'll let you. The pick.
You don't want to start a season now in career mode. If that makes sense, 9 months later. With live start points, you can just start towards the end of last season. You can start at the beginning of season 2. It's something that they update regularly, and like I said, maybe you're a limited time second. There's a few games in hand, winning their games and titles. You can just jump in and do that. It's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. But not only are you going to be able to do live start points, you're also going to have something called snapshots, and those are going to be pop-up challenges almost, just like I mentioned when we were into the maybe you've got Champions League. These snapshots are going to be really quick scenarios to just jump on. Really, really cool. Women's career mode. We are now going to be able to play women's. You can now start career mode with the Chelsea women's team, Arsenal team, That's obviously huge for women. I'm actually really proud that that's a thing. We need to do that. It might not necessarily be something that I desperately want to play.
You must not. I don't.
So you left it on the cooker and you got that. So
you can recreate all you learned to be added into the game. There's going to be free at launch with free as a pre-order, I believe. And you can add more in the future. And you can play with these icons that you can play leagues. You've got control of their destiny. I haven't been able to play that myself. That sounds awesome. I would love to recreate some of my favourite players. I believe Henry is available on launch. That could be a series for me, for sure. Up next, let's talk about Youth Academy again. I'm not going to go into absolute minute detail, but Youth Academy has changed. It is so much better. And this is where you're able to play rush game mode as well. When you find youth players, which by the way, the young youth players look young now, they changed how they look. You're not going to get a 15-year-old that's bald with a beard and looks 25.
No, we're not fucking. No, 15-year-old have a beard. No, we're not in this game. We want to know you're 15. We don't want a beard. We want a young man, and that's it. I'm saying. We don't want like 90-year-old man. One time, I found one YouTuber did bad stuff on a 90-year-old dolly.
You can then jump into Rush and do some training, playing 5v5 with that 15-year-old with her, and you can play with him at his so he would be like 90 rated, so you get a feel for what he's going to feel like, or you can just play with him at his rating or whatever I just said. It's such a good idea. And if you do the Rush training and play those games with the players, they develop and grow faster, so you're rewarded for doing so. I think it's one of the best things they've done, but also that the fact that the young players will look young, I think that's really important. I really do, because it breaks immersion getting a 6'7", 14-year-old with a massive beard. When you start career mode, there is more customization options. So now you are able to do much more before you set up the career mode. And there's more sliders as well now, by the way, so you can adjust how aggressive their tackles are, how often they shoot, and how often they do through ball. There's so much now. The amount of customization is incredible. I won't go through everything because I'll save that for my next video. But it feels like they've understood why people use mods and being able to adjust things, and they've tried to put stuff in that gives it that modded feel. You're modding your career mode by just adjusting these customization options, which is really cool. And then lastly, I mentioned there is a new UI, which is much better to use. It's similar to the Ultimate Team menu. You have, everything in the top left corner, and you can just scroll through. You have like a to-do list, which pops up in the bottom left corner, and you just go through one by one. So you're not switching through menus, tabbing through menus all the time using your bumpers, which is really, really nice. But there is also now a social media feature featuring Fabrizio Romano. If you make a signing, Fabrizio is going to announce your signing. Here we go. It's actually incredible. They've got basically a built-in Twitter system, with, basically fans talking about signings and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Obviously, it's not going to really change the game, but it's a nice little feature. And again, just gives you a little bit of emotion. That is everything, guys. I'm so excited. And by the way, this image right here is real. When I first saw this, I thought it was Photoshop. There's no way they got all 5 of them there, all of the trophies there. But no, it's legit. I've seen the behind the scenes. Everything you see there is real. It's a real picture. Incredible. I hope you've enjoyed my hands-on feedback and going through all the new stuff coming into the new game. Of course, I haven't talked about Ultimate Team or Pro Clubs. I think I'll do that soon. But tomorrow, let's talk about career mode in more detail. And I'm going to stop talking for a bit. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. And just like that,